Let's come straight to the point. Which altcoins are going to pump? The safe bet right now, I feel, are the large caps because I've been looking at many altcoins and looking at their patterns. What I've learned from it, I think large caps are the safe bet right now. So, for example, let's look at Solana. How's everyone, man? DWM, God's creation. So here's Solana, for example. I'm coming to this conclusion after a lot of analysis, okay? So Solana came back to the region that we wanted, and it's retesting, right? Look at this. And I feel Solana will be one of the first movers. And it sucks that, you don't want, you're stuck in this altcoin, which is at the bottom, and you don't want to take profit or do anything with it because it's literally at the bottom, down 99% or 95%. But Solana, I feel, is one of the first movers. Solana, Ethereum are going to move first. Large caps in general, the safe bet would be Chainlink, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, I feel are the safe bets because there are some cryptos that I've noticed haven't reached their bottom, or possibly, you can call it 10%, 12% drawdown a bottom, then yes, it's possible you can see some sort of flash crash or something happening to those altcoins where, they make another low. So about 15 to 20%. I'll explain later on which altcoins I'm talking about, but they have not reached their bottom. Even one of the large caps like XRP, I don't think it has reached at the point that I was looking for. It does not necessarily mean that I'm always right, okay? But there's a chance that XRP can go down to the level that we were expecting, okay? So here's Solana, for example. Solana is at a perfect time where it is ready to pump, and I think Solana is going to between $800 to $1,000. $800 to $1,000, and Solana together with Ethereum will be the first movers. Look at this. Yeah. Between $800 to $1,200 for Solana. And it will start moving. The thing is, it won't creep up like, it would creep up 5%, 10%, 5%, 10%, 20%, 5%. Like that, it would creep up on you. You won't even realize that. You won't see a dramatic pump that usually we see in crypto. It'll be gradually creeping up, while other altcoins might pump aggressively, but they would dump back. But I don't see a big dump in Solana here onwards. I think it'll slowly, gradually will keep on creeping, and by November, December, we could be sitting between $800 to $1,200 for Solana. So that is significant gains, because many altcoins, I feel, until November, I'm not very bullish on them. So look at this. That is, 300 to 500% gain in Solana. I'll give you an example of, say, T-Fuel, for example. Let's look at T-Fuel. Or let's look at Ronin. R-O-N-I-N. Ronin. So Ronin had its whole bull market, okay? It had its whole bull market. Look at this. I was expecting that it would do this. it would do this, come to its bottom right there, and then start its run. But instead, it did the whole cycle. Ronin, like, look at this. From the bottom, there was a bull market, man. There was a bull market. It's almost 20x. Ronin Network from the bottoms. November was the bottom of altcoins, majority altcoins, and altcoins started pumping. So Ronin Network did a 20x, and now it's coming to its bottom. I feel the cycle's done for Ronin Network, and Ronin is coming back down to its home. It's coming back to its home. Look at this. It's a perfect arc it has built, and there's a possibility Ronin comes back down to this level. Wait some time, and then gradually come back down to this level. Even probably a little lower, right? Waste some time here, October, November, and then start pumping. Like that. That's how I see. It's finished its whole cycle, made a U-turn and came back down. It did a 20x and came back down again where it started. So it pumped for about 490 days. So I do believe from here onwards, if it comes back down to this level and does not go below this level, and if it's Ronin's bottom right here, somewhere around 0.23 to this level, 0.28, if this is the bottom for Ronin, I think it would pump for another 500 days from there. So that would make 500 days. That's almost end of 2026. You know, almost close to the end of 2026. It will pump. It'll keep on pumping. A lot of people, you know, this bull market will be lasting longer than a lot of people anticipate. Depends how much money you want to make, you know, and what coins you're in. So this is just one example of Ronin Network. Finish its whole cycle, coming back down, and then would start a new cycle from there. Here there is Polyswarm. Polyswarm. Polyswarm can possibly make another low. Because it's been getting rejected. See? And I think it has to come back below this channel to shake out people. You see? It's been always on this channel, right? And I think just to shake weak hands, it has to come out of this channel like this and make another low, shake people out, thinking, oh man, it's all over, it's finished, and then start its bull run. Polyswarm. So I do think we will make another low for this coin. It's possible. Okay, nothing is guaranteed, but it's possible that we go to this 0.0194 level for Polyswarm. I've called for this on my Patreon for a long time ago. Okay, and all our attempts to go up has failed, so probably one more time lower, and then we make the move up. Steve, how are you, brother? Hey, Shrey. Shrey's live. You still bullish on Theta Network? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So there are coins which will start their cycle now. And I think almost until November, they won't be that bullish. But after November, they go up. So you will see a considerable, I would say $4.50, $5 theta is possible right now. But in next couple months, 2, 3 months, $4.50, $5. But until November, end of the year, I see the major pump that is going to come will be from, I think, the end of the year to Q1 will be where I see amazing pump. Let's look at Bitcoin just for example. How you guys been, man? How you holding? Steve, Theta was a long wait, brother, right? But I have not lost hope. I was looking at T-Fuel because T-Fuel is going to make us wait as well. If you look at T-Fuel, look at this. Why? T-Fuel has reached its bottom, I feel. It came to our level that we were expecting. T-Fuel right there. That's the full chart for T-Fuel. It made another low. So that is perfect. It's all now set up to go up. But as I said, the cycle will be longer than expected. It depends where you want to get out, you know, where you want to take profits. $0.90 to $1 is coming for T-Fuel. Yes, it sounds unbelievable, but that's where we are going. So, as I said, we could waste time here, just jerk off for the price could be, you know, nothing significant, you know, not big gains, would be like this, gradually moving up, gradually, and then you get a sudden pump end of the year. You know, you get nice size pump, and then in Q1 or Q2, you reach the levels that we are talking about. But right now, the first mover's advantage to just a safe bet, it should be like, I am thinking of putting, you know, majority of my capital in some of the large caps. I already have Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is looking good. Solana is looking good. You're looking at what else? Sui. Sui looks good. Ethereum looks good. Just look at ETH. ETH looks primed for a pump. Can we get a drawdown to this level like that one more time? Yes, it's possible that we can come back down to 2200, 2223, or yeah, 2200. That would be the level. We can come back one more time before, but the move up could be very aggressive. Could be very aggressive. We'll just have to look at how this will play out, because this move will be uncatchable when that happens. It'll be between $400 to $4,600. An eventual goal for Ethereum would be somewhere around $6,000 to $7,000, where it would slow down a little bit. Because right here, just look at this. $6,000 is, if this one's the 618, then the next level that we should be looking at is $6,000, right? But we would stop somewhere. There will be a pause at between 4,500, 45 to 4,600. That could be a pause. We could do something like this, where Ethereum goes up like that and then crashes back down before, spends some time, and then goes to $6,000. Okay. There are two ways Ethereum can go up. We could have another high. If it just wants to jerk off and make you wait, then Ethereum could do this, make another high, come back down, waste time, go sideways, and then you have a full-fledged $8,000 to $10,000 Ethereum run. Okay? That's another way Ethereum could play out. See, $6,000 is a key level for me for Ethereum. I think this is where a big pullback, I expect a big pullback at $6,000. $5,900, $6,000 is a pullback level for me for Ethereum. God's creation, how's it going, man? Thanks for the $2. Aventus pump when? Well, let me know if my stream is clear and it's not buffering and everything looks good. Amsterdam, I don't know, man. I don't have any plans for Europe at the moment. I don't like roaming around broke, you know. Gotta have good money to be in Europe. I want to do a big trip to Europe, but it's time. I want to bring my daughter, so it won't be... I want to take my daughter to Switzerland, you know, and my nephew to Switzerland. So that's a big trip, you know. It'll be 2-3 weeks in Europe, but that is after we make some money. Okay, we have to make some money before spending any. So right now I'm into broke mode. Okay, don't spend that much money, man. Try to wherever I can squeeze a little bit of money, I'm putting into crypto. I know it's devastating. This market has been very brutal, so I don't blame anyone who gets frustrated and don't want to look at the crypto anymore. But that's what the market does to you. It mentally breaks you. Mentally breaks you. $6,000, man. $6,000 is the key here. Okay. Can we do a stop here at $5,000? Yeah, possible. 4,500. Yeah, possible. Well, Ethereum looks super bullish. As I said, any flash crash and anything like that happens, it's a buying opportunity, especially for Ethereum. I like Ethereum and Solana where they are extremely. I love these two coins. I really love right now are Ethereum and Solana. I love it. Love it. So again, you can have a straight shot of Ethereum going to, $6,000 possible. Okay. Just keeps on going up till $6,000. While nothing else moves, Solana moves a little bit. So only large caps like Ethereum, it's possible only Ethereum moves. And yeah, I want to take advantage of it. Just like I don't want to watch Bitcoin only going up and my bags, nothing is moving. So I want to have a little bit of Ethereum. I want to have a little bit of Solana. So that way when they go up, I'm not sad. I'm excited. Let me look at Aventus. I explained to you Aventus, bro. I'm bullish, but Aventus could waste time. I'm bullish on Aventus. Look at this. But how long are we going to waste time? That I cannot tell you. You know, if I just look at the chart by pushing triangles, man, look at this. Just look at this. This is just a perfect triangle right there. You know, can't go any lower than this. I mean, yeah, I don't think. Maybe a little bit, a wick could go down. As I said, a flash crash or something like that happens, something stupid. It's irrelevant. But how long are we going to stay like that and go up? I don't know. But where are we going to go? This so far still looks bullish. It's just doing a retest. If we break below this, then it's over for Aventus. Okay. If we break below 33 cents, something like that happens, then it's all over for Aventus. But as of now, I am bullish because the chart looks great. We have a lot of room to go up. A lot of room. You know, if you play 2028 or 2029 to be the bottom, then we have a lot of room here. You see this arc? We can go up, you know, a lot. Yeah, like this. So first stop, as I said, you know, looking at the channel, the first stop, once we reach that stop, when we reach that stop, this is when we'll decide where Aventus is going. Okay. So this is the channel. We'll follow the channel when it makes another high at $14, $14 to $20 for Aventus. When we do that, at what time we do that, right? We will make a decision. We'll look at the altcoin market cap, then we'll look at the others market cap. When others market cap is, say for example, if it's touching $1.6 trillion at the same time when Aventus is touching $20, then obviously we'll take some profits because that pullback will be so brutal. It'll be almost 75 to 80% crash, and you don't want to be part of that, man. That first pullback is going to be so brutal. But as I said, we are going way ahead of ourselves. Let's pump first, and then we'll talk about the dump when the time is right. But the first pullback will be 75 to 80% drawdown. But that is going to come later in 2026, I believe. But we need to pump first. Taking my daughter for a Jurassic Park movie today. AVD chart mirrors ETH BTC chart. Okay. I look like a car salesman. I don't know if it's a compliment or car salesmen are one of the most brutal ones, man. I know the car business really well. How are you, Brian? Straight TV, baby. Straight TV, baby. Yeah, man. We need to bring some excitement. Everyone's sad. All the morale's down, man. We need at least something to pump massive, you know, to bring back excitement. People, man, the energy levels are so low. You know, try to be happy, man. You know, try to be happy, even if you can. Fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. It's your energy. I believe in energy very strongly the way you feel. I feel low as well, but fake it till you make it. Go do things, get something where you get some dopamine, do things that you like, go into nature, or just looking at this is, you're just gonna feel sad and miserable. So, where money wants to be around sad and miserable, no, money wants to be around confident and happy. Where would you want to be if you want to hang out with someone, someone who's depressed, sad all the time like that? You want to make friends with them? No, you want to make friends with someone who's always happy, excited, get going, and who's happy to see you, right? So, yeah, I believe in energy. So you have to have positive energy, happy, even if you don't feel, you have to push yourself to go out, work out. I've been losing weight, if this area of my life is not working right now, so you focus on another thing. At least you can work out, go to the gym, hit the gym, try to lose weight, try to get a six-pack ab, have some goal, that working towards it makes you happy. When you achieve these small little goals, it makes you happy, it changes your frame of mind from low to high energy. BCH make me sad and depressed for the last 5 years. LOL. Yeah, I feel you, brother. I feel you. And nothing wrong in accepting it. I feel the same way. But I've been working on myself, man. I was so fat. If you look at my previous videos, I was 222 pounds. Dude, I started crypto. My weight was 170 pounds. When I started crypto, I went to 222 pounds because I was so engrossed, working 12 to 14 hours diligently, right? And, there was a time where I couldn't look at the screen. My sugar levels were really high. It was crazy. I was working 24 hours. Sometimes I don't sleep for 30 hours. And it was affecting my health. I was getting fat, inflammation in my body was crazy. So I said to myself, man, if I want to enjoy this money, if I want to live a good life, then I have to focus on my health. So, this thing will do whatever it wants to do, but at least I have how I work out, how I spend my day. I need to go out in the sun. I never used to go out in the sun. So I just make sure 2 or 3 times a day I go out in the sun, look at the sun, get some vitamin D, eat good, work out, feel good, and get some dopamine from my, what. But yeah, man. So make sure to hit that like, guys. Okay. So I believe ETH, Solana are the ones that I'm really bullish on right now. And they are one of the first pumpers. And altcoins could make you wait. Some altcoins could make you wait. Let's look at, for example, Theta. T-Fuel is going to make you wait, I believe. T-Fuel, people who are coming new, how I expect T-Fuel to act is something like this. We could make a triangle right here like that. And every time T-Fuel tries to go up, it, comes back down before this triangle. Look at this. Something like this could happen while Solana is pumping, while Ethereum's pumping. I'm not saying T-Fuel is not going to pump, but what it could do, we could be in this range for a long time like this before we start pumping. End of the year, end of the year, we start pumping and reach certain levels. How aggressively, like in Q1, can we reach 70, 80 cents? Yes. Where we are, where the crypto market cap is, the others dominance chart, again, the key indicator. Look at this, my friends. 7 months red candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 8th month. It has never happened in the history of others' dominance where 7, this is the 8th candle. Okay? So alt season's here, okay? It's just a matter of time It's just a matter of time when one more dump left, possibly to this level, right? And that's it. Then it's alt season. But as I said, the drag, it will feel like a drag because we could do this. We could have this like that, and then you pump to somewhere like this, and then spend few months like that, sideways like that, before you get a big candle like that. Okay, that's what I expect with the altcoin dominance. So you have to keep a track. We'll keep a track on it. Oh, my brothers. Crypto bros can finally quit their McDonald's job. Mr. Bros, greetings, Shrey. Nice to see you, man. Hi from Epic Cash community. Oh, Epic Cash. It's been a long time, man. I haven't looked at Epic Cash. Epic Cash. I got used to wearing a suit because I've been going to these conferences, you know. You don't want to look like a bum. If you want to be treated like a bum, you dress like a bum, right? So it's a shame how people see you, right? So I always am presentable when I'm outside, and it brings work ethic in me, you know. I feel dressing nice, and I like to dress nice. So that's the reason I've been wearing this. And yeah, I shouldn't feel that I'm just home. I am working. Okay? I am working. So we are looking at, hold on. Let's look at Sui. What do you want me to look? God's creation? I looked at Aventus, the one that you asked for, right? Epic Cash. Epic Cash looks sad, man. What a drag, bro. What a drag. Ideally, it should be like this. Okay? That's the ideal scenario where this thing just goes to $100. Okay? You wish, right? You'd be like, oh man, that'll be awesome. Because you guys were talking about $1,000 Epic Cash. I was like, nah, man, not right now. Not right now. But let's look where we are right now. So we are stuck in this channel, right? Yeah, I don't see anything else except this, man. I see $100 for Epic Cash. When, is the time? If we stick to this chart, then we're looking at $100 Epic Cash. But that is too much money. That is crazy, I'll give you the worst case scenario, or this thing just dies off. Because look, the worst case scenario. Okay, we talked about good stuff, right? Let's talk about bad stuff. So what can happen to Epic Cash, right? If Epic Cash loses this level, what could happen? It could be a slow death. like that. If we lose this level, then we'll be going down here, spending time like that. One more pump you get, massive pump like that, and then fizzles out, dies. That's the worst case scenario for Epic Cash, where something like this happens. If we don't pump in next few months, then this could be the scenario where it drops back down to these levels right here. I'm just giving you a nightmare scenario, so just please don't hate me, But you have to look at both sides of the coin, right? I'm giving you the bullish scenario that this thing, I don't see any other way. Now, just because the amount of time that we have spent, I think $100 is coming for Epic Cash. If you have a positive outlook about Epic Cash, then $100 is coming. Right? But it's very important we don't go to these levels. If we go to 0.6 or 7 cents, then I'm bearish on Epic Cash. Then the next pump that you get in Epic Cash will be a $2 pump. That's it. Fizzles out after that. Just we can't go to these territory. We go to this territory, it's gonna be slow and it's gonna waste a lot of time. 55% down, man. You can't go any lower than where you are right now. It's done. It's finished. You can't go lower. Yeah, the suit makes you look professional. You go to crypto conferences. Yes, I was at the Bitcoin conference in Vegas. Then I went to New York for the permissionless conference. Yes, look up grounding studies. I feel great. Okay. Team working hard. We will get our time, bro. Yes, you cannot go any lower than where you are right now. Or, yeah, with the chart perspective, this is it for Epic Cash. You cannot go any lower from this point. If you want to reach these levels, $100 levels, then you cannot go lower than this. This is it, or it'll fizzle out. There's no liquidity. It's just, yeah, you cannot. Or else it's just going to keep on just going down. Yeah. Well, let me make sure. What time is it? Guys, I might have to leave in a little bit. I have to take my daughter for a Jurassic Park 3D show. So, yeah, I'm bullish on Ethereum, Solana, Theta. Look at Theta. Theta looks good where it is. It cannot go any lower. If you're a Theta believer, Theta cannot go any lower from where it is. It's just, you can't. Just like Epic Cash, you can't go any lower. Theta cannot go any lower than where it is. Like, this was the lowest point. 59 cents was the bottom. You cannot go lower or else it's finished. It's game over. You cannot go lower than at this point. The only way is up from here. And I've studied Theta more than 1,000 times. And I have the final numbers for Theta. I'm very bullish on Theta. But as I said, Theta could have challenges, when we come to this range. It'll be challenging for Theta to go above that level. Right there. Sorry, I'm not looking at yeah. Okay, this is it we were looking at. Okay. Right there. Okay. It will be challenging for theta to pass. I think we go out of this channel. We go out of this channel 450 to $5 and then you crash. So we could spend how theta is going to play out. This time we spend here, I don't know exactly how it will come to fruition, but I know the final numbers. But this time, how we waste here, it could be tumultuous like that, come back down, do make another high, come back down, and then go to $5, come back down one more time, and then the real run starts. Okay, so this time is going to be very confusing and irritating, but the good thing is that we will be going up from here. This is the bottom for theta. Okay, guys, I gotta go for a movie. Probably Placebo. Wheat got 230K in half KeyCat and half Dogme on Coinbase. Easy 20x, then rotate into Ethereum. Sunny Singh. Bitcoin Cash. Well, I have Nacho the cat. I don't know, man. I have Nacho the cat. I'm thinking of getting into Kikius Maximus, the Elon Musk coin. Elon Musk has been pushing constantly Kikius Maximus, but Kikius is not doing really well, you know. So I like Kikius right here where it is. I posted a chart on my Patreon on Kikius Maximus. Elon Musk posts a lot about this. So at some point, you know, this thing's going to pump. And I believe in altcoins. I mean, meme coins more now than bloody altcoins. You know, that's where a meme season can be good. So I have some exposure to the meme, but let's see how it plays out. Okay, guys, I got to go. I'll see you when I see you. Okay, love you all. Just hang in there, man. Just, you know, good things are coming. You know, if you're freaking out and if I can feel the energy. I can feel the energy for everyone. There's no excitement, no happiness, you know, but we are at the utter bottom. Imagine how November and December of 2022 was. You are at the exact emotional cycle where you were in November of 2022, December of 2022, how you felt. This is exactly how you feel right now. And that was the bottom. And this is the bottom for our altcoins. The only way how it's going to work is up, up, and up. Okay. It just depends how you believe and what you believe in. Okay. Alt season will happen and it's going to be magnificent. Magnificent. It will test you. It's going to be tumultuous. It's not going to be easy. The move up is going to be confusing. You know, people who hang in there are going to have the fruits of their life, and it's going to be incredible. It is going to be magnificent alt season. It will happen, my friends. It's going to be beautiful. Again, I'll see you. Have a good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are on this planet. Love you.